two speakers. There you go.
Good icebreaker, I guess. It's my first and hopefully not my last opportunity to talk about how proud I am of my brother. I'm not an emotional person. Hopefully I don't get that way, but Terry's been, family knows that Terry probably wasn't always my most favorite person in the world for a while. But Terry and I have grown really close, I believe, over the past few years, and I'm proud to say that I am his brother and his best man. And I love him very much, and I love Julia very much. And some things I wanted to talk about, and some of the things that I thought, Dad was saying, in the sermon today, so it got me thinking about some things about the change that happened in my life when I married my wife 3 years ago, and how all of a sudden I've got someone that can help me find my keys. I've got somebody to fight over movies with, but I've got somebody that will go places with me and that will enjoy things, and that if I see things that I love, or it just makes me sad that my wife might not be there with me to take those things in, and so it's just somebody that I love to have with me at all times, and how proud I am to say that she is my wife, and then how proud I am of Terry, and now he gets to say the same thing with Julie, and he gets to share his life with her, and I love him very much, and sorry. No, but about Terry and Julia, and I forgive you if I sound motivationally, but these are things I talk about a lot, and talking about being servants to one another and serving one another in marriage, and there's some characteristics that I try to live by, and some of the things that I try to embody in my life, and I get to try to, the people that I work with as well. But the first one, characteristic being honesty, and we've got two very honest and transparent people, the people that you can look into the eyes of and realize that they're great and wonderful people, and they'll do anything for you, and they love you very much, and they'll bend over backwards and do, whatever it takes to help you, and obviously, people who are competent, and we've got two people that are extremely competent and intelligent people, Terry going to get his PhD at LSU, and Julia going to be a surgical technician, which brings up a good point about both of them as they're going into, lives of service and serving others, and how important that is and how noble that is to do that for others. And then also people that are forward-looking and being able to cast vision for one another, and being able to look forward into the future and say, this is what we want. We want a life together, and a life that's going to be full of joy, and it's going to be Christ-centered. And the last part is passion, and this is the one that that I get passionate about. But passion is something that we've seen over in history. By people having passion, how much it means, and how infectious that can be to people, and that it just lets people connect and allow them to be leaders and servant leaders to them. And if I can give you any advice, there's some things that I've realized in my short marriage pretty quickly, actually, that try to find things that lets the other person let them know that you love them. So for Kaylin, I come home, it's not going to mean the same thing to her if my protein containers are cleaned out and my lunchbox is all cleaned out. It doesn't mean the same thing to her if I do the same thing for her. But in the same way, find out what makes the other person know you love them. And it takes a little while to know that, and I'm still learning that every day, but cherish each other. And never make a decision without prayer. Never make a decision without asking for wisdom. And then probably the most important thing is never let a small thing like pride get in the way of letting you say I'm sorry about anything. And I think a lot of times we don't do that, and I think we let that get in our way. And if we truly love one another and want to spend the rest of our lives together, that's something that we need to definitely be good about. But in any case, I love you both. I'm very, very proud of you both, and I'm not always the easiest person to get along with, but I love people a lot, and I love Terry a lot. ferocity that that I love my family with, and I love you guys a lot, and I wish you the best of luck.